The Rbs-15, Robot System 15, is a long-range fire and forget surface-to-surface and air-to-surface, anti-ship missile. The later version Mk3 has the ability to attack land targets as well. The missile was developed by the Swedish company Saab Bofors Dynamics. History. The Swedish Navy pioneered anti-ship missiles with the Halland-class destroyers using the Rbs-08 missile since the early 1960s. The main effect of Sweden's defense resolution of 1958 for the Swedish Navy was restructuring into a lighter force consisting of fast attack craft, FAC, vessels and a halt to destroyer procurement. This posed a problem as the existing Rbs-08 missile required launch rails and a missile magazine in the destroyers, taking up space that was not there on smaller ships. Adding to the problems, each missile had to be individually prepared for launch and only 2 missiles could be on the launch rails at the same time. In comparison, the P-15 Termit, NATO codename Styx, missile used by the Soviet Union, which was the expected adversary, stored the missiles in individual containers on deck which left the missiles immediately available for launch. Tests were carried out on Plejad-class FACS with a single bow-mounted Rbs-08 in the late 1960s, but they came to nothing. Saab's next attempt at anti-ship missiles to equip the Norrköping-class FACS of the Swedish Navy was in 1978 under the project name Rbs-04 Turbo, a development of the Air Force Rbs-04E missile with a turbofan engine, changed wing configuration and start rockets to take off from land. The initial proposal was rejected as inferior to the Harpoon missile. The project, under the leadership of Hans Allinder, then worked out a proposal for a missile with greater capabilities and superior performance to the Harpoon. To indicate that it was a new weapon, the project name was changed from Rbs-04 Turbo to Rbs-15. The first weapon contract was signed in 1979. At the last minute the Swedish government did not buy the Harpoon anti-ship missile, opting for an indigenous design. The first missiles were delivered to the Navy in June 1984, and the ship version Rbs-15 Mk Ii was introduced. The Swedish Navy ordered the missile in 1984 to develop a coastal defense version of the Rbs-15 F. The missile was taken into Swedish Navy service as the Rb-15 by the Swedish Navy and became operational in 1985. The Swedish Air Force received their missiles a couple of years later. The Mk Ii was produced from 1985 to 1990. Work on a further developed version, the Rbs-15 Mk II, began in the early 1980s. But it took until 1994 to get a development contract for the upgraded anti-ship missile. The Mk II has the same range, 70+ km, but the mid-course and terminal guidance system, as well as the radar and IR signature were upgraded. The Mk II has been produced since 1998. The development of the Rbs-15 Mk III began in the mid-1990s. It is produced by Saab in cooperation with DLBGT Defense of Germany. Emphasis was put on increased range. Due to larger fuel capacity and new fuel, the range has been increased to some 200 km, improved accuracy, integrated GPS, and selectable priority targeting, which improved the weapon system's flexibility. The Mk III was selected for the German Navy's Braunschweig-class corvettes. Finnish truck maker Sisu produces missile launch trucks for Rbs-15. The Mk III has been in production since 2004. Development phase. The missile was developed from the Rbs-04 missile that was used by the Swedish Air Force. The front of the missile was retained, including the warhead, but the rear received new wings and a turbofan engine replaced the rocket previously used. The Rbs-15 underwent trials on the missile FAC-HMS Patia from 1983 and became operational with the Swedish Navy in 1985. The Västergötland-class submarines were to have 4 vertical missile launch tubes for Rbs-15 missiles in an extended hull, cancelled due to budget constraints and to not fitting the way Swedish submarines operated. Replacement. In March 2017, Saab received an order for a new generation anti-ship missile to replace the Rbs-15. The order is valued at 3.2 billion Swedish kronor and deliveries will take place between 2017-26. The new missile will have better range, a better seeker and lower weight. It will have the ability to knock out a wide range of sea and land targets, all-weather capability, and a design that allows for future upgrades. Versions: Rbs-15 Mk Ii. Powered by a French micro-turbo Tri-60 engine, with a thrust of 3.73 knots, 380 kHp/830 lbf. Range 70 plus km. Rbs-15 F. An Mk I adapted for air launch. Entered service in 1989. Rbs-15 Mk II. Range 70 plus km, designed to be launched from a number of different platforms, such as land-based launchers, aircraft, and ships. Rbs-15 Sf. Mk II version for Finland. Local designation MTO85, Meritorguntaugis 1985. Rbs-15 Mk III. Range over 200 km, with land attack capability. New warhead, increased penetration and insensitive munitions qualification, from TDW. There is only a ship-launched version. Production started in 2004. New oval launch tubes instead of the old box type. Rbs-15 FER. Aircraft-launched version of the Mk3. Rbs-15 Sf3. Both new Mkiis and upgraded Mkiis, which have been upgraded to Mk3 standard. Finnish designation MTO85M. Rbs-15 Mk3 Plus and Rbs-15 FER. Ordered in March 2017 by Sweden. Will have better range, a better seeker and lower weight. It will have the ability to knock out a wide range of sea and land targets, all-weather capability, and a design that allows for future upgrades. To be carried by Visby-class corvettes and JAS Gripen E. Will be delivered between 2017 to 2026 and fully operational in the mid-2020s. Operators. Current operators. Algeria. The Rbs-15 Mk III will equip the two MEKO 200 frigates under construction for the Algerian National Navy. Delivery is scheduled for 2015-16. Croatia. Primary weapon of the Croatian Navy for its 5 guided missile corvettes and 3 coastal systems mounted on Tatra trucks. In total, 48 Mk Ii units are in service. Plans for upgrading 21 missiles to a standard incorporating elements from both the Mk.2 and the Mk.3 versions was cancelled in 2009 due to budget restraints, but light software upgrades were continuously executed and have improved the missile's navigation, precision and electronic defense. The latest of this upgrades was conducted in 2010 as part of usual service works. Unexpectedly though, in August 2014 the Croatian government decided to send at least 20 Croatian Rbs-15 missiles through an overhaul program so as to keep them operational and current for another 10 years. The missiles are to receive upgrades to increase their range to about 9100 km as well as to improve their guidance, precision, and survivability against jamming. The missiles were successfully launched and destroyed their targets in live-fire naval exercises in 2015 and 2016. Finland. The Finnish Navy operates Rbs-15 Sf3, Mkiis, designation MTO85, that have undergone various upgrades during their lifetime. The missiles are carried by the Hamina-class missile boat and the Rauma-class missile boat. Finland also operates the missiles from Sisu trucks for mobile coastal defense. Germany. The German Navy has chosen the Mk3 to equip its Braunschweig-class corvettes. Poland. The Polish Navy has chosen the Mk3 to equip its Orkan-class fast attack craft. It signed a deal worth €110 million and Thales Naval Netherlands will modify the Orkan-class ships. Mk.2 missiles for Navy mobile land-based launchers have also been delivered as part of the offset deal. Sweden. The Swedish Navy operates the missiles from its Stockholm, Göteborg, and Visby-class corvettes. The Swedish coastal artillery was also equipped with Rbs-15 MS, which were mounted on Scania trucks. 4 missile batteries were planned, but in the end only 1 battery was ever ordered, serving from 1995 to 2000 when the coastal artillery was disbanded. The vehicles in the battery were then scattered. However, in November 2016 it was announced that a secret number of missile trucks had been gathered and reactivated under Navy control. The Swedish Air Force operates the Rbs-15 F. The AJS-37 Viggen and the JAS-39 Gripen carry the missile, with the Viggen no longer in service. Thailand. As a part of its Gripen procurement program, the Royal Thai Air Force is to order the air-launch version, the Rbs-15 F, to equip its Gripen fighter aircraft. Former operators. Yugoslavia. Some Rbs-15s were delivered during the late 80s for the new Yugoslavian Navy FACS to replace existing Russian-built missiles, but the project was never finalized due to the Croatian War of Independence. Missiles are captured by the Croatian Navy. Type: surface-to-surface missile, air-to-surface missile, anti-ship missile, land attack missile. Place of origin: Sweden. Service history: in service 1985 present. Used by sea operators. Production history: manufacturer Saab Bofors Dynamics, Deal BGT Defense. Specifications: weight 800 kg, length 4.33 m, diameter 50 cm, warhead 200 kg, heat blast and pre-fragmented warhead. Detonation mechanism: impact or proximity. Engine turbojet. Wingspan 1.4 m. Operational range: 70 km for Rbs-15 Mk Ii and 250 km for Rbs-15 Mk Ii. Flight altitude: sea skimming. Speed: subsonic. Guidance system: inertial, GPS, terminal active radar homing, J-band. Launch platform: naval ships, aircraft, and land-based missile launchers.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.